Welcome back to Sunrise. Well, if you're just joining us, you're in for a treat this morning as we continue a series spotlighting the stories of the JWN Foundation scholars. Now, the mission of the foundation is to transform lives and communities for a better Jamaica. Today, we hear the story of the soon-to-be language expert and JWN scholar, Moses Mitchell. Hi, Moses.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for
Buenos dias.
And also to the viewers and listeners.
Love that. Buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
Hold on, let me try it in French. Bonjour. Amazing.
I mean, I'm so happy that I'm involved in this interview because it's Spanish and I'm learning Spanish. In fact, I have a question I want to ask you in Spanish. So if I get the pronunciation correctly, you will correct me.
All right, go on then.
All right. Ellis un becario de JWN que te llevo a este programa de becas.
Oh.
Him
don't seem to understand what you said a while ago because you never speak it proper.
I know he said something. I know he said something about the JWN Foundation.
Eres un becario de JWN que te llevo a este programa de becas.
Let me ask it in English.
I ask him, say, you are a JWN scholar.
Yes.
What led you to the scholarship program?
Oh.
Was it correct? Was it correct Spanish?
Yes, it was, but you were breaking up a little, so I wasn't able to hear you.
That's okay.
I was able to hear a few
But it's a good question, so go ahead. Ask it again.
Go on again.
Do it in English this time, though.
I'm asking you, you're a JWN scholar, and of course, what led you to the scholarship program?
All right, so what led me to the JWN scholarship program was basically the need to complete my 4 years of education. I was determined that I wasn't going to take any gap year, so I decided to seek scholarships. I first heard about the JWN Foundation from one of my cousins who was a recipient the year before. So I decided to apply for it, and thankfully I was successful. So it was basically my need to finance the completion of my study.
I see where you studied both the Spanish and the French.
Yes.
And I'm just curious to know, what made you choose languages as your area?
Right, so what made me choose languages? First started back in first form of high school, and I did it up to the C-Sec level. It was mainly because of the teacher I had. The teacher made it very fun, the classes interactive, and there I started to develop an interest in the language. Also, I started to do the languages because, in a world that is rapidly growing, countries signing partnerships with each other, major organizations, I think being able to speak more than one language, it makes me more profitable. So being able to speak more than one language, you can go into different fields, maybe being a translator, an educator. And also, growing up, I always wanted to travel. So I want to experience the full culture of other countries, and one of the best ways to do that is being able to communicate effectively using your language.
That's so good. I mean, I'm fascinated because not only that you are interested in languages, but language is plural because it's both languages you're studying, and it's hard to study one.
Yes,
and you're doing, and you want to be a language expert. So the question I want to ask you, tell us about your background. Tell us about your growing up in Roses Valley and how that experience molded your mindset. And the question is, háblanos de tu infancia en Roses Valley y de cómo esa experiencia influente y en tu mentalidad.
Ya, mañana patitón.
Sí, tú hablas español muy bien. Tú hablas español muy bien. Pero sí, growing up in Roses Valley, for me, first of all, before I answer, I want to say big up Roses Valley. That's where I'm from. That's my hometown. Big up to everyone who is listening right now. But to answer your question, growing up in Roses Valley, it was really difficult. I grew up in a single-parent household. At the time, it was just my mom and my sister, and at that time, my mom wasn't employed, so she basically had it difficult to send both of us to school. So at times when I'm able to go to school, she can't afford to send my sister. And sometimes when she's able to send my sister, she's not able to send me. So it was a bit difficult for me, basically. But seeing the struggles that my mom went through, it basically molded my mindset to become a better person, because I wanted to be someone who can basically change certain things in the family. I wanted to be an example for the family as well. And my mom is a disciplinarian, so the result things I would get a little spanking. So she always tried to keep me on track, so I don't do anything that is bad. And even sometimes, when she's sending me out on the road, she will say, give me a strong warning. Hey, don't let me hear anything bad. Don't let me get any report. Don't let nobody come on my yard gate and complain about it. So it's always like that. And because of that, it basically mold my mindset. It basically instills certain moral values within me, so I will always try to do what is right. And it helped me to become a man of integrity.
Wow, I love that. And I love that you spoke about the fact that, higher education was your way out. It's your avenue out. And that's so true for so many people. But it is so expensive. So I just kind of want you to just touch on the importance of the scholarship in being able to obtain higher education, what that means for students in general.
Well, for me, I think scholarship, it plays a vital or a key role in helping students achieve higher education, especially those who are from background that they are not able to fully support themselves financially. So I think scholarships, it helps in a way to offset certain financial burdens. It can help you to cover tuition fees. It helps you to cover the expenses for educational resources, so textbooks, uniforms, and also living expenses. For example, if you're someone who is basically going to live on campus, right? Scholarship can help you to pay your boarding fees and so on. Another good thing about scholarships is that it helps to alleviate or mitigate the need for student loans, so that way you don't have to take out student loans, especially if it's a full coverage scholarship, which covers all your educational expenses. So with that, student can basically graduate with less debt and, a more stable financial start to their career, because they don't have the need to pay for student loans and stuff like that.
Yes, I can attest to that, the importance and the value of the scholarship as a parent too, because I spoke about it earlier with Tami. So yes, I concur, I completely agree with you, Moses. Thanks for joining us this morning, and we're happy to have shared this experience with you. I'm hoping that it is inspiring for those who are watching, for parents and children. Now you're going to speak in 3 languages. Well, 4. Patois, English, French, Spanish.
And who knows what else.
Not quite fluent in all as yet, but I'm getting there.
Yeah, of course, you're on your way. Of course, that was
at the University of Panama completing a program, so I'm learning.
We're
definitely.
proud of you, Moses.
You're on your way. That was Moses Mitchell, JNN Scholar. It's time for another break. TK is on the standby with the morning news, so stick and stay right where you are.